Minimum spanning tree. Now the objective of the minimum spanning tree problem is to connect the nodes of the network by a set of arcs such that the total length of all the arcs is minimum. For example, laying telephone cable in a locality. Here the objective is to connect the nodes of the network by telephone cables such that the total length of that cable to be laid is minimum. Now it is solved by Prim's algorithm. You won't be able to understand by reading the steps 1 to 9. Let me illustrate this algorithm using an example. Here it is given a network diagram, and we have to find the minimum spanning tree of this network using Prim's algorithm. Here we have 10 nodes from 1 to 10. Now the step 1 is draw the distance network in a matrix form, and step 2 is let Q is a null set. For all the problem, step 2 is Q is a null set. First we have to draw the distance network in a matrix form. So this is the matrix form. So write 1 to 10 along the row and 1 to 10 along row, and fill all the cells using this network. Here look at the nodes 1 and 2. The distance between 1 and 2 is 4. So distance between 2 and 1 is also 4. So mark that 4 in the cell corresponding to first row and second column, also corresponding to second row and first column, because it is a distance. So distance from 1 to 2 is equal to distance from 2 to 1. Both are 4. Now 1 to 4, distance between node 1 and node 4 is 2. So 1 to 4 is 2, and 4 to 1 also 2. Then 1 to 5 is 3. 1 to 5 is 3, and 5 to 1 also 3. Likewise, mark all the distances given in the network in this table. Then the diagonal elements are here marked by a line or a dash, because distance between 1 and 1 is 0. Actually distance between 2 and 2 is 0, etc. And all other unmarked cells are filled with infinity. Hence we get the distance matrix. Now next, step 3 is let Q equals 1. For every problem Q is 1 for step 3. So correspondingly delete the column 1. So delete the column 1 and mark the row 1 using star. So here in this matrix column 1 is missing because deleted that column, and row 1 is marked with a star. Now look at row 1. There are numbers 4, infinity, 2, 3 and infinities, and find the smallest of this numbers. Smallest one is 2, and that 2 is corresponding to 4th column. Therefore in the next iteration or in the next step, delete the column 4 and mark the row 4 using star. So here column 4 is deleted and 4 is marked with the star. Now look at the rows 1 and 4. For next iteration, Q equals 1, 4 means first row and fourth row. Both are marked by stars. So look at the two rows and find the smallest number, and here the smallest number among the first row and the fourth row is 3, and 3 is corresponding to 5, column 5. So add that 5 to the set Q in addition to 1 and 4. So for the next step, Q is 1, 4, 5. Then delete the column 5 and mark row 5 using star. So here column 5 is deleted and row 5 is marked with a star. Then for the next step, look at the rows 1, 4 and 5. and find the smallest number among the rows 1, 4 and 5. And here the smallest number is 4. Therefore, in the next step, the corresponding column 2, delete the column 2 and mark the row 2 using star. So here column 2 deleted and marked the row 2 using star. Then again, for the next iteration, look at the values in the rows 1, 2, 4 and 5. So the rows marked with stars. Here it is 1, 2, 4, 5. So find the smallest number. Here 5 is the smallest and that is corresponding to third column. So in the next step, delete column 3 and mark row 3 using star. So column 3 deleted and marked row 3 using star. Now look at the rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all the rows having star. Look at the elements of these rows and find the smallest. Here 5 is the smallest and 5 is corresponding to 7th column. So delete 7th column and mark the row 7 using star. So repeat this step. For the next iteration, the smallest number is 1. 1 is corresponding to 8th column. So delete the 8th column and mark a star in 8th row. Then the smallest among the star marked rows is number 2. 2 is corresponding to 9th column. So delete 9th column and put a star mark in 9th row. Then for the next iteration, the smallest number is 3. 3 is corresponding to 6. So delete 6 and put a star mark for the 6th row. And lastly, the smallest number is 5. Now for the next step, draw the final matrix by showing the minimum values of each step using a bolded letter or using a red color ink. Here I am using red color mark and here the minimum values are 4, 2, 3, 5, 5, 3, 1, 2, 5. Then next step is to draw the spanning tree. So using this matrix, we can draw the spanning tree. Here the first red color number is 4. That is 4, 1, 2. So connect the nodes 1 and 2 or 2 and 1 using a line or an arc and put number 4 in between that 1 and 2. So that meaning is the nodes 1 and 2 is connected by a line having the distance 4. The next red color number is 2. That is 4, 1, 4. So node 1 should be connected to 4 and mark 2. Then 3 corresponding to 1, 5. So node 1 is connected to 5 and put the number 3 in between 1 and 5. Likewise, mark all the distances using straight lines and put the distances in between them, and this is the final figure, and this figure is known as spanning tree. Here the total length of the arc, adding all these distances 4, 2, 3, 5, 5, 3, 1, 2, 5. So adding all these we get 30. 30 is the total length. Now second question, you can do it yourself and the answer is 46. Okay, thank you.